And welcome back from the intermission to Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. We had an exciting Master League series between the Blizzard and the Sabres, but now we're moving on to the Champ League as the Express trying to lay down some track through the Hawks farm. Here we are at Farmstead. I am Lars Dude. I'm going to be your color commentator for these next couple of series, and joining me here in the casting booth is my always illustrious, always great friend, Thunderballs. Thunderballs, it's been too long. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been a break from MLE stuff I had in the mid-season there, and I've come back to do a couple series. Couldn't be happier to be back here alongside my good pal Lars Newton. I'm pumped about this series too.
We couldn't be happier to have you back. We got the Hawks and the Express, as I mentioned earlier, here for the Champ League. The Hawks trying to get a big win here to push themselves up into a playoff spot. They need a 4-1 here to catch the Knights and get themselves in playoff contention. And the Express, unfortunately, I think all but eliminated from playoff hopes, but they get a chance to play spoiler here against the Hawks. Thunderballs, what is the thing you are most excited for in this series?
I'm excited to see a repeat pairing, actually. I've casted Killing Habits and Orange Monkey playing together once before this season, and we saw a Play of the Week candidate come from Killing Habits from that series and a lot of offensive firepower from the Hawks team. So I'm really curious to see if the Express can overturn that here, because this is a pairing on the Hawks side that's got some chemistry.
It's going to be all about that effort to break up that offensive pressure. But here, as we get into game number 1, we're going to see, are the Express up to the challenge? Can they steamroll through these Hawks? Are the Hawks going to soar above and score more? Only one way to find out. Game number 1 underway.
And at Farmstead here, the stands homemade by whoever owns this farm. They built quite the stadium for themselves here to host some Rocket League. And let's get into the game action here between the Hawks and the Express in Champ League, with the Express taking the first attack. It's Kopex along the side wall. Oh, the teammate Hayes firmly dunked there by Orange Monkey, who might have an opportunity here. That's a whiff. And no trailer there for the Hawks. They're playing it a little bit safe to start. Oh, nice dodge there, Hayes. Dribble opportunity. Sent to the side as Orange Monkey circles on the sidewall. Through the middle. Dunked again by Kopex. It's challenges back and forth here. These teams really holding one another mostly at midfield.
A lot of midfield, but we're also seeing some good looks from the Express as that demo opens up the net, but they're not able to capitalize. We've seen the Hawks double commit a couple of times, maybe some first game jitters, maybe just they got a little iced out in the intermission here, but expect as these teams warm up to get a little more fluid and a little bit better in their rotations and this pace to pick up, and we start to see some high-flying goals.
Great chance there as Hayes got denied and coming back the other way, Killing Habits with the air roll. Great chance there, gets sent the other way, and it's solid defense for both these teams. Now another chance. Dribble opportunity steered aside by Orange Monkey. They're along the sidewall now with a nice pop into the middle, but Killing Habits thinks better of that one. Now bombs it downfield. Gonna try to read this bounce off the back wall, chips it into the middle. Where's Orange Monkey? But cut off again there. These are players that are looking for passing plays between one another, but there's some tentative play on the second player, not wanting to come in, and what a chance there. Almost an open net missed by the Hawks team.
But they're not going to miss that one. A brilliant pass down from Killing Habits to Orange Monkey as the Hawks strike first here in game number 1. Wow, off the ceiling and into the net.
Great final touch there to control that ball off of the ceiling. It made the bounce fly directly at the shooter down on the ground, and they made no mistake on the shot. So they might have missed an open net, but as you said, they capitalize on the chance. But it's the Express back the other way. That's a bomb from the middle of the field. Steered aside. Killing Habits being continually tested here. Oh, this is a big chance now for Hayes. Dives in and gets saved. Orange Monkey steers that one away as well. Not a lot of goals so far, but you get the sense that this is going to be a very back and forth series. We might see a few high scoring games in this one.
It could definitely go that way. This is game number 1. We're still in a little bit of feeling out each other, period, and we're getting a little bit of passiveness out of this Champ League teams. You know they're capable of much more speed and aggression, but they're giving a lot of respect to their opponents as that one's cleared out to the corner. They're giving a lot of respect to try to figure out what exactly these teams have against each other.
What a flick. That is one thing that Express have got. They've had a couple dribble opportunities, and Hayes finally makes good on one. Takes his time in the middle of the field and gets great power off the corner of that spoiler. And he's going to tie the game with half of it left to play here. That might be a sign of the offense that the Express can put on more of that slow style where they really out-patience their opponent and score on opportunities like that.
Absolutely. If you can get the advantage by playing slower, it allows you to make more mechanical plays. You're going to be a little more consistent as Killing Habits off the ceiling looking for their own mechanical play. Hawks can't be given that much space to these Express players, as they've already proven they can strike when they get the chance.
And here's a strike opportunity again. Hayes opting not to shoot. There's that slow play again, but the dribble not landing initially. Here comes Kopex off the side wall, sent back down by Orange Monkey. Hayes having to collect and take that to the side wall. Given a bit of space here by Killing Habits, who finally dives in and gets a great challenge. Killing now looking for the pass, but sent back the other way. Shot opportunity sent wide. Again, the Hawks here heading the wrong way. They had a good chance at some offense there, but the shooting accuracy wasn't there.
I don't hate that play back, the control play. As we know, this game is not about blindly pushing the ball forward towards the net. It's about controlling the ball and picking your opportunity. But speaking of picking your opportunity, is Killing Habits almost makes that one in on the corner. We've seen kind of a little bit of an abandonment of that mid-play where we saw a flash of it in the last 30 seconds, but it's not nearly as much as what we had in the beginning of this game. Both teams kind of satisfied to let the other team pressure downfield and then scoop it up on their back wall and return the favor.
Well, the midfield pressure fading away there. The failed wave dash attempt given a lot of space. Kopex afforded another opportunity for a dribble, but the flick wasn't high enough. Here's Hayes with a shot. Orange Monkey with the save. And then you look at the Hawks tally now. Express have 9 shots, count that last one. 6 saves on the side of the Hawks, but they could not keep the Express out, and they take the lead with 54 to play.
That's a good turn from the Express, keeping that pressure upfield as Orange Monkey just not quite enough to get that one clear of the net. Express quick to pressure, and that's exactly what I love to see. Return, get follow-up shots. It's going to open up the net, and there it is for the Express, taking the lead late in game number 1 here.
47 seconds on the clock, less than that now, and it's crunch time for the Hawks, who are being attacked again here by this Express team. Orange Monkey in their end, looking for Killing, maybe in the middle, sitting too far back, and now it's the Express on attack again. Kopex with a nice touch. That's might even drop in. Diving at it was Hayes, but couldn't find the angle out of the corner, and still the Express press on here. This is precisely what they need to do. Oh no, the overcommit though. This could be dangerous. Back the other way. There it is, the open net. What a save from Kopex. A sure goal steered aside. What a diving play.
Kopex scrambling back, and now Hayes slow play tries to keep it clear, and it's going to be enough to get that one at least to buy them a few more seconds towards the end of the game here as Killing Habits gets one last opportunity. Kopex more than up to the challenge, and it looks like the Express take game number 1. Not what you need if you are the Hawks. You got to be perfect through the rest of the series to try to push your way into playoffs, but the Express, man, living up to that spoiler name that we started with here at the beginning, looking to take that opportunity away from the Hawks, and that's a good start.
You'd be surprised to hear that the Express are the underdogs in that one after game number 1, because the scoreline was close, but the shot count for the Express coming back with 11 shots to 3. That is insanely lopsided, and it was a lot of slow style of play. It's not really like the Express piled it on in a lot of aerial or power shot situations. They just always seem to have control of the ball when they wanted it, and the Hawks just really couldn't do anything to upset that.
Hawks, I think they're giving too much respect, too much space to the Express. They have to start getting up in their face and taking away those shooting opportunities. But you're right, 11 shots to 3. That is an obscene difference. The Hawks made up 6 saves throughout those 11 shots, and that's great. But like I say, every time when we see this kind of thing happen, it's great and all to be able to make save after save after save, but what that really says about what's happening is you're not clearing your zone, you're not getting pressure upfield, and you're allowing the other team to strike over and over and over, which inevitably is going to lead to goals.
Well, that's the strategy then here for the Hawks if they want to level this series. It's about limiting the scoring chances on net rather than forcing yourself to make goal line save after goal line save, and let's see if they can do that as we head here into game number 2. It's the Express and Hawks squaring off once again with the Express up 1-0 in the series. An opening kickoff, a little bit of control here for the Hawks. As the kickoff strategy works for them, they look towards the attacking zone, but Hayes sends it away. Hayes through the middle of the field. Again, that dribbling style from Express coming through, but to no avail that time. Nice save away. And the Hawks in a familiar position here at the early stages of the game. Once again, not breaking out and transitioning quick enough. They're just kind of stuck in their zone, and that's not aggressive enough there if you want to see them progressing downfield. And they're in trouble once again. More scoring opportunities, but Hayes missing a brilliant shot opportunity there in the middle of the field.
I think we're seeing a little bit here of maybe why the Hawks are playing a little more conservative as Hayes, it gets the read, the waterfall down and in. But what I was saying, because I think it's relevant and why we're getting this conservative play style of the Hawks, is so far Killing Habits playing this game a full quarter to half second behind. So the fact that they've shown up as much as they have is impressive in its own right.
Well, the Express doing what they need. Oh, not on that kickoff, though. Killing Habits is going to find one back the other way. That's hugely crucial for this Hawks team to be down in this series and not wanting to let the game run away from them. They level it there.
Killing that momentum from the Express is so big. When that train gets rolling, it's not going to stop. It's hard to bring that one back. But just like you said, getting that back here early in the game helps break up some of that momentum and keeps them alive in game number 2 here, and really helps swing that back so they can maybe get some advantage as the time ticks down.
An advantage trying to be gained in the corner there, but Killing Habits peeling once again. Now up on their back wall. Clear and a ceiling follow-up opportunity, but the flip is too late. Orange Monkey off the sidewall. That's directly on net. Hayes level to the save there. Nicely turned around. Shoots back the other way, almost looking for a 2-goal swing, but not finding that. Here's Orange Monkey in an awkward spot on the back wall. Killing Habits having to make an equally awkward aerial, and the Hawks scrambling here to make consistent contact on the ball.
It's really kind of a struggle a little bit for them to get the clear. And like we said in the intermission, if they don't get the ball clear of their zone, it's not enough just to save it. You need to get pressure back the other way, as we're finding a little bit of here right now, but they're just not getting it actually in front of the Express net. Downfield helps on your defensive end, but it doesn't help score goals.
Well, both teams need a goal here to break this deadlock as we're sitting 1-1 with 3 minutes left to play. It's the Hawks in their zone again. Orange Monkey gets the boost stolen away, and Kopex looking for an air dribble, maybe even a flip reset. Can't find it there. Here's Hayes now. Into the corner. Pops it off of that back wall, kicks out, but Kopex doesn't shoot on that one. Probably the wise choice, leaving an open net here, dives across, and Kopex made a diving save last game, but couldn't find it here.
Orange Monkey, that's a great read how that came out of the corner. You can see they were turning before that ball bounced, and I don't know about you, but those corners can be really tricky because it was low in the curve up the wall and out of the corner. But Orange Monkey more than ready to make that read, and Kopex so close to getting that diving save through the corner. It was well played for what it was. It's just going to be so difficult against a player like Orange Monkey to beat that shot out coming from the side.
Great power on the shot, and Orange Monkey doing work on defense here as well. They opt for a little bit of an Express-style slow dribble there. Get anything out of it, and now Killing Habits up in the air, searching for a flip reset. Finds the flip, doesn't get the direction on the shot follow-up, but that is a little sneak peek of the mechanical ability from Killing Habits as a player in particular. I talked about that Play of the Week nomination that they had in the last match I casted of them, and I feel like they've got the potential to do more of that in this game as well.
The other thing I'm seeing here so far with the Hawks is I'm seeing them tick up the aggression a little bit, and I think it's working for them. That's what we said. They're giving the Express a lot of space to make mechanical plays, to really play slow and consistent. But as the Hawks have ticked up on the aggression, been quicker to the ball and quicker to challenge in their opponent's end, it's brought them opportunities. But there, Killing Habits bumps Orange Monkey and takes away that open goal opportunity.
Oh, I wanted to groan as you were making your point. It was such an open shot. They just had to settle themselves down and give one player the ball, and they couldn't sort out their communication and positioning on the field and get all tied up in the middle. And that's dangerous here as the Express trying to threaten back the other way. Killing Habits reads the initial bounce. No follow-up there from Hayes, who plays it extra slow that time. Now Orange Monkey is back the other way. Good flick past one. In the corner, looking for a bullying play. Kopex dodges it nicely, but they're not out of trouble yet. And there's the final clear. Kopex, great job there, but they've got work left to do. The Express need to find a goal in this final minute. Chip there from Kopex. Now looking for the pass mid. Finds Hayes, possibly. What a cutoff from Orange Monkey. And these are chances going by the wayside. The Express being beat out speed-wise. And the shot sent home from Orange Monkey. There's the insurance that the Hawks team needed.
Speaking of beat out speed-wise, Orange Monkey just faster to that ball than Kopex could get up in front of it. And Hayes, a valiant effort to try to get inside the net and then back out to clear it away. But it's nothing doing. Can the Express come back from this one? Yes. 2 goals in 37 seconds is doable, but with the way the Hawks are playing right now, I think Hawks have this game.
And you get the sense that this is the game that Hawks wished they could have had in game number 1 in terms of the confidence on the field and the speed that they're playing at. But now that they're up to pace, this Express style of play that has been slow thus far might not work anymore, and Killing Habits finds another one, and really this is a statement now for the Hawks back the other way.
That's really just a well-placed shot from Killing Habits, but then I think in addition to that, Kopex going up for that challenge and not making it through Hayes off a little bit. You could see them start to turn away and then turn back when they recognized what was happening. But too little too late, and now that's probably the nail in the coffin. Hawks figure it out and get the advantage over the Express here in game number 2. As I say that, of course, a mistouch on the back wall allows Hayes to come up and punish.
Of course, Killing Habits, that's a really awkward bounce to read out of the corner, and they just didn't do quite a good enough job. Hayes, nice capitalization there. And it's 2 goals with 11 seconds, not an easy task for any team. We'll see what the Express do here off of kickoff. It's an aggressive sheet. Oh, but they bump each other in the backfield, and that might give the Hawks enough time to get out of this unscathed. And there it is, with time winding down. That's going to be the game. Hawks tie this series in a very great performance, pushing back the other way against the Express.
Something I'd like to point out here, actually a couple of things before I get there, is Hayes putting up as many shots as the entire Hawks team. That really is not great for the Hawks, but apparently they don't need it. They're getting better quality looks on net, and the Express scrambling a little bit in the defensive end. But where the Express are really failing, in my eyes, is getting upfield and getting looks in the net. So I'm going to throw to my board here real quick, and we're just going to take a quick look at why that may be happening. I think a big driver of what's going on here is as they come up the field. Is my board up? Did my board work? Please work. As they're coming up the field, the Express are tending to send one player upfield at a time as the other player cycles long back for boost and then kind of comes up late behind. What I'd really like to see them do is something more like what we've seen out of the Hawks, which is as one player drives up the field with the ball, the other player is across the field, almost even maybe lagging a little bit behind. And that way, when that first shot comes, they've got another player ready to follow it up. And then when they get cycles in the offensive end, they're doing a really good job of one player drives in, takes a shot, and then cycles out to boost, but then cuts back early to get follow-up opportunities as opposed to a nice long wide rotation like we see out of the Express.
And the Express looked a little bit shocked at the increase in speed there from the Hawks team. I think they have had chances and they've looked for one another on the field in those 2-person attacks that you're asking for here. But that really dissipated when they got overwhelmed by the speed of the Hawks in this game. So they've either got to bring that back and push back some confidence the other way, or reinvent the strategy a little bit here and see if they can get creative. But it's game number 3 in a tied series that has been very close so far. And it's the Express, maybe with a first chance here as Killing Habits is in some trouble. Hayes, that's a good touch off the back wall. The follow-up, not there. And Orange Monkey, on several occasions in this series so far, has beaten the Express to the ball in crucial situations to either save a goal or win one the other way, and Killing Habits winning one the other way for the Hawks, who take the lead again.
Again, I just think pace of play is what's happening here. That's a great touch from Killing Habits to get that one clear, but we had an awesome opportunity for the Express. They were just slow to make the read off the back wall, giving Orange Monkey plenty of time to make the read themselves and touch it away. And then here, Killing Habits gets that ball quick upfield, forces the Express into a fast and awkward transition, and then a very heads-up play with that touch to center. And obviously no one home as they finish that for goal number 1 here. And that is an awkward double own goal. Interesting.
You know what? Kind of the reverse of what we saw in the previous game. Last game, the Express took an early lead and the Hawks kind of got a freebie off of a kickoff goal. Now it's the opposite. The game is tied once again with a nice goal one way and a little bit of a freebie, or a lot bit of a freebie, the other way on that own goal. And let's see this time which team tries to jump ahead in this series. Not only is the game tied now, the series is tied too, and these teams very close to one another. Killing Habits, there's a pinch off of the side wall, putting Kopex in some trouble. Opting for a boost over the challenge there. That could prove to be problematic. Orange Monkey, good initial touch. Kopex off the side wall. Oh, that's a whiff there from Orange Monkey in the middle. And again, as you talked about there, the follow-up attempt from the Express, very tentative. They're too far back to pressure the ball when it's in a weak position, and the Hawks are just going to take advantage time and time again.
There's not a whole lot to say here. Kopex doesn't get a great clear. That needs to either go to your corner or be a boomer downfield. But as you see, they leave it kind of centered, and Orange Monkey with a great bar down shot to finish that one off and give the lead back to the Hawks.
This is that aggressive offensive firepower I alluded to in the beginning of this series between Orange Monkey and Killing Habits. They really look like they've shifted into another gear here. And it's the Express trying to fight their way back with Kopex missing a dribble opportunity. Now Orange Monkey's back the other way. This is running towards net. Orange Monkey, what a fabulous bump. Doesn't look like it was communicated to Killing Habits, though. They peeled on that play, not recognizing that they had such a big advantage.
Not only did Killing Habits peel, but so did Kopex, choosing to wait in net instead of pressuring upfield and trying to take advantage of that one. It just goes back to what we keep been saying about the Express. They're too tentative to challenge the ball. If you have someone behind you or you know you have the opponent beat, get there, disrupt this Hawks offense, because as it is now, the Hawks kind of just get to play however they want, and it's working out for them.
Ooh, Killing Habits with a great touch off of the sidewall. He's going to finish it off himself, but what an initial touch there to get that in a threatening spot.
Wow, that is, like you said, a great touch, and then Hayes just misses the touch away to keep that one out of their net. Still plenty of time left to play, though. We've got more than half the game left. We know the Express can put up more than one goal in a game. They just need to find a little bit of magic here, a little bit of paces. That's a great pass across, but Hayes lurking midfield, hunting boost instead of looking for that pass.
Orange Monkey already trying to chop back the other way, but steered aside by the Express. This is off the side wall. Killing Habits underneath. Making a slow play there. Doing a lot of the heavy lifting on offense as an initiator and having Orange Monkey be the striker. This is a chance now for the Express. In the corner, awkward for Killing Habits. Gets it over top though. Safe now for the time being, but Kopex already back the other way looking for the air dribble. That's a tough one again, and Orange Monkey really being a strong role player here in steering that ball aside. Killing Habits with the 180 pop over top. My goodness, this Hawks team is firing on all cylinders.
Wow, I had a lot of things I wanted to say there, but nothing anymore as Killing Habits baits out the challenge, looking for that 180 flick, recognizes where the defense is coming from, and decides to just pop it easy up and over the Express defense. And that is number 4 for the Hawks. That is a beauty of a play. Remember, this is an MLE official stream. So if you like what you see, you can clip it and submit it for play of the week, either on Twitter, twitter.com/MLE Sports GG, hashtag POTW, or in the appropriate Discord channel. Play of the week. Be sure you're clipping these guys, because man, have we seen some great stuff out of the Hawks.
And just as I said, Killing Habits, the top candidate for that kind of stuff. Such a mechanical player. And they're really showing off here. In a game where the Hawks have all of the confidence, Hayes is trying desperately to claw back the other way. Oh, nice dribble play. Orange Monkey, great patience on the shadow defense. Now here's Kopex. Doesn't get the ball or the player. And Killing Habits gets out unscathed after a big whiff from Hayes. This is dangerous in the middle of the field again. And the Express, not there to pressure. Hawks are in their corner trying to get out. Hayes with a touch on net. This is a little better here from the Express now, and they're threatening once again. The miss there from the Hawks player. It's dancing on the goal line. And Kopex finally finishes after what seemed like an eternity.
We saw Killing Habits make a great touch to keep the ball in front of the net for the Hawks, and it's right back the other way. That's an awesome play upfield from Hayes to get that one past both Hawks defenders. Easy finish for Kopex to bring this one within 2 and still within the reach of the Express.
Well, a very similar storyline here as we get to the end of the game as we saw in the previous one. Oh no, the angle there off. And no follow-up from the Express team, but they're down 2 goals with a short amount of time to bring it back here. Once again, this is in the Hawks zone. Now it's Hayes' turn. Pops it hard off of the ceiling. That's going to come down. Looks for the bump on Orange Monkey. Sent again into the zone. Killing Habits missing the aerial. This is a big chance here for Kopex. How did Killing Habits manage to interrupt that play after missing the aerial?
That just, again, comes back to that mechanical play. I know when we say mechanics, people tend to think of double flip reset to triple touch. What I'm really talking about is just basic car control, basic ball control, getting good recoveries after bumps or awkward aerials, things like that. And, man, this Hawks team has just got it. But here, as they take game number 3, put themselves up 2-1 in the series, I just feel like we're missing something from the Express. I know I've played with Kopex before. Hayes, not new to MLE. They are very capable players. There's nothing wrong with either of these players. They're just not on their A game right now. I think we're missing a little bit of chemistry between Kopex and Hayes, and that's leading to some of this tentativeness. They don't want to overcommit because they're not 100% sure where the other player is going to be, and they're just not playing at the pace they need to. We know they've got the mechanical ability. We know they're good players. They just need to turn up a little bit. They're not missing a whole lot, and to me, that's actually a bad thing. If you aren't hitting every single one of your touches, it means you're not going fast enough. And as the Hawks are outpacing the Express a little bit here, I'd like to see the Express push the pace a little bit more, get a little more aggressive. We saw a couple of really good looks looking for those leak out upfield passes and things like that, but they're still tentative. They're still taking their time. Push it. If you should be hitting 80% of your touches because you're really working to outpace your opponents.
And it was interesting to me there that they're being outpaced on the field, but really controlling the shot total. The Express winning the shot competition in that last game 11-6. So that's not a small margin. So they're putting pressure on, but as you watch the game progress, it doesn't feel that way. You don't get the sense that they're really controlling the situation all that often. And that's very odd to me. It just feels as though the chances that they are getting aren't really all that threatening. And so it needs to be, like you said, you mentioned a point earlier where it's not necessarily a bad play to move backwards on the field if you acknowledge that a chance isn't good. And I think maybe that's a missing piece. What a save from Orange Monkey on the goal line. You talk about play of the week candidates usually on offense, but that is a defensive candidate for sure. That save was insane.
Someone else doesn't clip it, I am, because I've wanted for so long to see a defensive play of the week, and oh my goodness, yanking that one out of the net and away from the Express, that's gotta hurt if you're the Express. Wow.
Absolutely, the Express trying desperately to gain any ground in this series, and meanwhile, saves like that are not making their lives easier. Oh, a little peel there from the Hawks player. Now a chance here, Kopex can't get it on target. Hayes trying to follow up on the sidewall. That's a chip out into the middle. Big challenge there in the middle of the field. That's won by Orange Monkey. Diving across is Hayes, but Orange Monkey gets the dunk and takes the lead for the Hawks again.
That's well played from Hayes. I think as much as we've criticized the Express for not being aggressive, that may be a little bit overly so from Kopex. Needed to buy a little bit more time for Hayes to get back. And Hayes, not much they could do. They dove as fast as they could. They did everything they could. Orange Monkey just too well positioned. There was really not a whole lot of chance of getting that save there. That's just a good, clean play out of the Hawks.
Express, though, looking like a little bit of a different animal here in terms of control. Oh, that's a big opportunity squandered for the Hawks to take a 2-goal lead. That was an open net. And the Express really sending the house here on offense, trying to get something going. Manufacturing some offense. Here's Kopex on the sidewall. No boost, though, so this is going to be a tricky transition. They get the touches they need. Orange Monkey is tested on net. Hayes hesitating in the middle of the field as Orange gets demoed, but gets it past one, and now it's Killing Habits in a 1v1. Chips it past one, too wide though. It was a good effort there from Killing Habits, and this Hawks team are always so threatening in those spots, and finally, the rotation breaks down on defense for the Express.
This is something that we see not actually a whole lot of out of the Hawks so far in this series. A lot of their goals come from transition plays, catching the Express as they rotate back towards defense, and that's always an effective strategy at every level to try to pick up goals against another team, is catch them in transition. But here we see an example of the Hawks doing exactly what we've asked out of the Express. Turn fast, get follow-up shots, and as you continue to put pressure upfield, it's going to bait out the defense and open up opportunities.
And that's 2-0 with 3 minutes left to play. The Hawks back in comfortable territory as they're being challenged in midfield. It's Orange Monkey looking so comfortable there, not quite finding the touch for the dribble. Killing Habits now. Gets the follow-up touch. Maybe a shooting opportunity for Orange Monkey. Oh, what a save, Kopex. Stopping a fantastic passing play on the goal line in the Express. That's a bit of a revenge for the save we saw out of the Hawks at the beginning of the game.
It's nice to see the Express coming alive a little bit in their defensive rotations, but just like the criticism we had for the Hawks, despite the Hawks continuing to find success, you need to get the ball clear. If you let it stay for too long, you're going to get beat, as Killing Habits keeps this one contained. And I hate to say it, but we're seeing more aggression out of Kopex, but Hayes still very quick to back off, let the play develop, and then not push upfield.
Well, here's a big opportunity. They find the pass over to Kopex. It's a little weak. It's going to mean lack in the shot power department there, not testing the defense enough, but here they are back again. Kopex with a doomsy dish off the sidewall, catching the Hawks off guard.
Wow, that's an obscene angle. I mean, that was coming in from an inch off the wall before it got in front of the net. Kopex, my guy.
What a play. And you could tell that caught the Hawks defender off guard. They were diving, expecting where the ball was going to be, not where it ended up in the back of the net. And that could be a big confidence boost here for this Express team, as Kopex looking for a pass out mid. That's brilliant there. What a save, though. Hayes might have found the bottom corner had it not been for Orange Monkey, and now the Hawks are playing back the other way. Oh, this is a big chance here. Oh, Kopex, the shooting accuracy there, plaguing them. That could have been a tie game very easily for the Express.
That's a great turn from the Express, though. We're starting to see some of that aggression on both players. First, that great pass opportunity, and that's a bump chance for Kopex. Doesn't quite get there, but this is what the Express need. They continue to threaten that Hawks net, and it's got the Hawks scrambling a little bit. The Hawks, though, standing resolute as that big send goes down and Killing Habits able to touch it away. But we're seeing Hayes start to play upfield, and it's giving the Express lots of really good looks towards the net. They just need to finish it out now.
And they need to do it in pretty short order, and that's not going to make their lives very easy. Now Killing Habits has an open net to walk the ball home, and that could be a series-securing goal for the Hawks, who are threatening to go up 3-1 here with a late goal.
That's something that the Hawks have done very well. When they get these open net opportunities, they don't panic. They slow down if they know they have no one back and they have a little bit of time. Slow down, collect the ball, and make sure it's going on net. Express, because they've been playing at a disadvantage so far in this series, when they get those opportunities, there's a little bit of panic, but that's a good one across, but a better save. Wow.
Orange Monkey with the last second touch to keep that out of the shooting lane. This is a banger downfield off of the backboard, and Orange Monkey again. Such a standout performer on both sides of the field here. And they're not out of trouble yet, though. It's 2 goals to score, not a lot of time, almost like a broken record at this point. The Express always finding themselves down by a couple in the late game in the last 3, and they've got to do it now. They need a goal on this drive and a kickoff goal to tie the game, but it does not look like it's going to happen. There's the clear from Orange Monkey, maybe finding one back the other way, but the Hawks securing the series with a 3-1 scoreline in another fantastic performance there in game number 4.
That's a good win for the Hawks, but hard-earned over the Express, especially when you have plays like this. Kopex and that doomsy dish. We can go ahead and take a look at that one again, and just that obscenely tight angle to get that one in past the defenders. Wow, and it's off that quick turn to dunk that one back, and you just like to see it. That's where that pressure, those quick turns upfield really start to pay off. And at the end of the game, those last 2 minutes, we started to see a lot of that out of the Express, and it paid off. They started to get good pressure. The Hawks slowed down in their scoring, and it works well. But the Hawks, 7 saves on the Express, 8 shots. It says to me, Express starting to get some better looks towards the net. They're getting a little more accurate. But, man, that Hawks defense is just a brick wall.
It's a wall. We saw, case in point, that save at the beginning of the game. Just brilliant from Orange Monkey. And we saw more than just that on the defense from the Hawks side of the field. But the Express, I'm sure, as players in the league ourselves, we can sympathize with the sentiment that you can feel a series disappear before your eyes. They win game number 1, and then they blink and they just dropped the series 3-1. It happens so quickly when you lose momentum, in an esport, particularly like Rocket League, where the games are short. So a series can just evaporate when you find yourself lose a little bit of confidence in the mid game. And all of a sudden we're down to a final game here that the Express really are going to want to find to give themselves a little bit more of that spoiler potential for the series. And the Hawks, meanwhile, on the other side, they've done their job so far. Oh, what a bump! And they've got to do a little bit more here to give themselves a really good record here, heading down into what is essentially the playoff stretch of Season 11.
The good news for the Express, like you mentioned, is they do still have a chance to play spoiler here. We mentioned at the beginning of this series, Hawks need a 4-1 here to get that playoff spot, as that is a brilliant save from Killing Habits off the back wall. Wow. And something we've seen a lot watching these games in MLE is when a team loses a series, they're down, it's gone, they don't have a chance to secure it anymore, they start to play a little more free, a little bit more loose, and it works. They start picking up goals and winning games.
You do very often see if the series is a 3-2 scoreline, you can see it go one to the team at the beginning, 3 in a row to the other team, and then that redemption game at the end going to the team that, as you said, can relax a little bit. So let's see if, from Hayes in particular, we see a little bit more aggression on the front end. There's a side flip that's not going to make that goal happen. And now Kopex has got some work to do. Killing Habits with a lot of space tries to go underneath as Hayes sends it away. Finds the boost, missing the dribble though, and looking a little uncomfortable in the backfield. Orange Monkey just toying with him at that point. You can see how much confidence the Hawks have in this series if you look at the attitude they have on the field when they're not threatened by this Express team.
You're absolutely right. The Hawks are just playing comfortable, and they are very happy to just play their game the way they know they can because it's been working. But we're seeing a little bit of life out of the Express. I know Orange Monkey was very patient and waited on that, but honestly, Hayes circling around and coming at it backwards, that's kind of a smart play. It throws you off a little bit. It's not what you typically expect out of a defender. Orange Monkey just way too much patience for it to work, but I like to see they're trying to get a little creative with it.
And Orange Monkey trying to get creative themselves, looking for a bump after that dribble play. No opportunity there for the Doomsday Dish as it goes out of the shooting lane, and Kopex now sends it back down into the Hawks zone. That's a bouncer off of the sidewall that Orange Monkey puts away. Killing Habits, the negative angle touch, not quite what they wanted. Now in the corner, Orange Monkey collects boost off of the side wall. Again, slowing this game down to a halt and just dribbling it straight into the net. What on earth happened in the corner there for the Express defense?
The Express get baited out a little bit. Kopex gets beat, and Hayes, I'm glad we're seeing some more aggression, some more eagerness to get to the ball. Just the wrong place at the wrong time. Not where you needed to push that. And unfortunately, the Hawks more than happy to, again, when they get those opportunities, slow down a little bit, take control, and take advantage of it.
That's the game we saw from the Express in game number 1, that slow control game and confidence that seems to have been handed off to this Hawks team instead, and Killing Habits has got a flip off of the ceiling. Not going to be usable for the shot. And now it's the Express back the other way. Oh, a big whiff there from Orange Monkey, who has to make the diving save across along the side wall. Orange Monkey using the space. Not a lot of boost to work with, though. Still keeping this pressure on. Killing Habits looking for the double bump there. Both players tight-knit on Express defense. Almost got capitalized by the Hawks, but they're looking comfortable with this 1-0 lead. And the Express, they haven't tested the Hawks net in quite a while. Maybe here. There it is. Finally, Kopex finding a goal for the Express to tie the game in game number 5.
That's a great play out of the Express, getting the challenge along the wall, setting that up. And then what you could see there in the background is Hayes cycling through in front of the Hawks net. If they had a defender back, which they didn't, and allowed Kopex to make that goal, that cycle through in front of the net allows them to make a physical play while also rotating back for defense and hopefully open up the net. Good heads-up play. Unfortunately, almost it wasn't needed.
Well, what's needed here is a save from Hayes as they get across and stop that from being an open net goal. Oh, this is tricky here. That's on the goal line. Can they make the touch? So slow was that ball heading across the goal line that the Express had an eternity to deal with it, and the Hawks just couldn't pressure it. Now the Express are back the other way. That could have been exactly what the Hawks needed to get this 4-1 win, but instead they find themselves still in dangerous territory of not getting the scoreline that they want.
And something else I'd like to point out here, yes, the Hawks scored first, but that is the longest it's been into a game before they scored. The Express doing a good job of keeping this one very, very even.
37 seconds on the clock and a tie game in game number 5. Can't ask for anything better here as the Express trying to be the ones to close this out in regulation heading into the Hawks zone. That's a good challenge out of the corner, but not good enough, and now it's the Hawks. Back the other way. Killing Habits is challenged at midfield. Kopex kicks it into the middle. Here's Hayes with the shot. What a bump from Kopex, and Express take a late lead in this final game.
There it is. That's Kopex getting a good challenge, recognizing they're in front of the ball, and then pushing in towards the net as they see Hayes coming up to finish to get that bump play. I can't tell you how hard it was not to yell over you as that was happening, because, man, I love to see that kind of heads-up gameplay.
Well, the Express are in the right spot here to get themselves a game back and to ruin the Hawks' campaign towards getting the scoreline they want, and now they're challenging again. Oh, the fake there off the backflip, but that's going to drop. That is going to close this series out, and the Express, after dropping 3 games in a row, find one back against the Hawks team and spoil the result they wanted.
That's so great to see. I know it's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping for an Express upset. I'm a sucker for an underdog. But the Hawks managed to take the series, and like you said, not quite the win they were looking for as the Express start to play a little free, start to play a little loose, and they get aggressive here in game number 5, and it works out. But man, what an exciting game number 5, culminating in that last-second goal for the Express to secure the win. This has been such an exciting series. Scoreline, not even the big highlight here. But that is it for this series. Before we move on, I know you've been hearing a lot of great music here tonight. All this music been provided by APM Music. Your content turned up. So if you've got a project you're working on, you're a live streamer, you make some YouTube stuff, or even if you're a professional, I know professional sports all use APM Music. So if you're looking for the best music for your project, APM Music is the resource to turn to. But we are moving on here. This has been the Champion League, Hawks and Express. As we move on, we've got one more series here for you tonight on the MLE Network. It's going to be Foundation, Bears, and Spectre. So we're going to go to a quick intermission. Make sure you stick around. We'll be right back.